I wish I had it so fucking good. I wish I had it so fucking good. And all you're worrying about is a fucking TikTok. This motherfucking shit ain't getting us fucking paying our bills. Is it paying our fucking bills? Hell no, it ain't.
What's that got to do with the price of
I need some fucking money.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you're returning. So everybody is on this TikTok train. I hate social media, just hate it. Like, I'm the anti-social media girl. But I actually downloaded the TikTok app. I did it a while ago, but then I had to re-download it today just so we could do this video. So I downloaded the app and I was searching and I was like, what's an interesting topic? I don't know, like all of my sisterly sentiments are about doing better, identifying like red flags, and just talking about things that can help like men and women. So I don't really think there's a lot of empowering stuff being promoted on TikTok. It's on there, but it's not being pushed through the algorithm. But I'll tell you what is, a whole bunch of stuff about the Dusties. So now I didn't even type it in, but you know what I mean? I feel like Kevin Samuels is out here. People misconstrue what he says. They take what they want to take from the very clear messages that he gives, and it's not even what he says, it's just what they want to run with. So I was like, why not just look up Kevin Samuels? So we're going to look at what creates some of these bums. We're going to look at the bum rhetoric, and we're going to look at some of the responses to the bums. So, and I also have a little bonus at the end. I don't really know where she fits in, but she's on here because this is a PSA to all the women out there. So let's get into this.
The baby isn't his, and this is his reaction.
You need to go to you was a good man. I'm one of the good ones, goddamn. Buying tables and doing all this real man shit, taking care of baby. Whole time you been snooping around out there in the street. This ain't even my damn child. Do it, devil. This hoe, this how you feel. You don't need to hustle, goddamn. I need to stop living. Man, look, y'all gotta stop this. That ain't even my child. I've been buying shit, spending my hard-earned money, and this ain't even my child. The baby crying because the baby was ashamed of her mother. That ain't even my goddamn child. If I was a real, you ought to be ashamed of your mother. You gonna use somebody else. You gonna use me up for, goddamn. You ain't shit. I don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. Fuck you. Get your life together. Bro, I've been real, man.
Y'all, do you see the dog? The dog is just chilling. Like, the dog don't even know what's going on. I mean, like, had that been one of my dogs, see, my dogs don't play them games. You're not about to do all this hooping and hollering in this house. I don't care how upset you are. That's not what we're doing. Like, you're gonna have to maintain low tones around my dogs, because my dogs don't play no games. But anyway, see, you should already get what's going on here, but apparently his girl lied and the baby's not his, and that precious little baby, that little angel, is sitting there crying. I feel so bad for the baby. But at the end of the day, I was like, okay, so apparently he went and got a blood test. I bet he did it without her knowing, because had she known, she would just came clean, but she didn't. And it looks like the people that are holding him back have the same complexion as her. So I'm going to just assume that that's her family and not his. But he is hot, boy. He is mad. He said he wanted the good ones and she took advantage of him. So I just in watching this, I mean, I feel for the dude, but we're going to keep watching. But I feel like this is how you create a woman hater. So I will bet, see, T.I. bet that girl $1 million and he ain't never going to give her money. Tasha K is supposed to pay Cardi. Cardi ain't never about to see her money. So I can bet y'all $1 million, and I just don't have to pay because that's what people do nowadays. So I bet y'all $1 million that if he doesn't have content on his page, or if he does have social media or something about hating women, this is how you create that. Because I guarantee you he's going to be a woman hater now. And some way or another, black women, especially the darkies, the dark-skinned black women, will be responsible for what is going on right here.
Come on, I'm tired, man. Man, you do this all the time. That ain't look like my child, bro. Man, you do this all the time. That ain't look like my child, bro. Hold on, y'all take a look at this goddamn baby. That look like my child. Man, no paperwork, man, ain't my goddamn child. Paperwork. You, that paperwork, everything man. You told me you lied to me. All right. You ain't nothing but a fraud, yo. You just a fraud.
Just when she thought it was time to talk trash. Why would she lock the door? And then why do they have a whole vacuum in the corner but the floor is still dirty as hell?
My child, man. My child. I've been buying shit. I've been buying T-Pain. You on the bills too, don't you?
Look, I'm making it worse.
Shit, man.
Come on, you know you're a real back though, man. You take care of this responsibility, bro. Man, I got a loan to pay for all this shit for that pay. I ain't in my goddamn pay, man. This girl, goddamn devil. Yeah, she look just like you though.
Ain't that man don't look like me? Hey, my child, bro. I'm first. I'm with a little improv, yeah. This shit got me hurt, man. Come on, bro. You a real sorry, bro. Man, I ain't gonna be.
Y'all. Let me hit y'all with a little sisterly sentiment. Ain't no way men should be out here accepting when women say that they're pregnant by you and not getting a blood test at the time of birth. I'm not saying a woman has to get amniocentesis because that's dangerous for the mother and the baby. I'm not with that. You need to be there. I don't care, like, even if you're married, I just don't believe that you should be having a child with some of these women. Some women you can. But the sisterly sentiments is always go for the DNA. I feel bad because he was really tapped in. You know, he was excited about being a father. He was excited about having a baby. He said he took out a loan just to afford to take care of this child. And I'm going to tell you what, these women, they see a sucker a mile away. They see a sucker a mile away. He's not a sucker because he took out a loan and he was willing to take care of this child, his responsibility. That's not what makes him a sucker. What makes him a sucker is that he was probably over the top infatuated with this girl. She gave him a chance and then she saw, oh, I'm pregnant. So the person that she's pregnant by was probably garbage, but she was like, this one here, he's going to be all the way tapped in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to capitalize off of this. And we'll just keep this thing running out until, you know, the wheels fall off, or until his mama or somebody in his family put a little bug in his ear and told him to go down there and get the test. And now he got the test and the baby's not his. I wish him luck. Let's move on. Okay, now this next one, we just gonna play it. Let's go.
Men, women are tired of giving it their all and not getting anything in return. But
okay, I'm genuinely confused.
Me too.
As a man, I'm befuzzled.
Well, no, I'm not confused.
I have two questions for you. Would you like us to actually listen to your message? Or do you want us to grade you on your body? Or, here, another question for you. Would you like us to tell you that your panties look nice while you're giving a message on what men should be doing? And to the woman in the comment section, that's who y'all gonna listen to?
I'm not
A
listening.
female in her panties giving y'all game?
Here's the deal. I'm going to address a couple of things here. First of all, she wasn't giving women game. She was giving men game because she started by saying men. You know, comprehension is everything. Context clues are there for everyone who's willing to accept them. That's number one. Number two, it's not women's fault that this is going on. It's men's fault because, see, when I first saw the picture, I didn't click on it because I wouldn't click on it because I don't know who told grandma that it was a good idea to get her thought ass up there and do that. Like, but it's going to get the views. You know why it's going to get the views? Because men are going to watch it. So I don't think this should be a question to women like, oh, is this who y'all are following? No, it needs to be a question to men like, oh, see, this is why the guy in the first video was crying about the DNA and everything. These are the type of women that y'all men are choosing. So, you know, quit giving them the views and then they won't get pushed in the algorithm. But you know, men are just gonna be stupid. Men are just gonna be stupid men. So let's just move on, y'all.
Choose the fucked up black man over the good black man. Why is it that a good black man is boring?
Real simple answer. Because that fucked up black man pretended to be a nice guy. That is how we always choose the fucked up black man. They are wolves in sheep's clothing, parading around as they are the perfect gentleman until they get what they want, and then they turn into somebody bitter like you who asks dumbass questions like this. If you were truly a nice guy, you wouldn't have to say, I'm a nice guy. And stop coming for black women. Well, how do we offend everybody? Leave us the fuck alone. Jesus Christ. Let us live.
So that one was funny to me. I love that one. So let's go a step further. Yeah, I've never met a man who is actually nice that told you he was nice. I've never met one. See, a lot of people think if they dress a certain way, if they choose a certain trajectory, that all of a sudden they're no longer the Dusties, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the bums. You know, they're none of those. So they consider themselves good men, or shall we say high value, which none of that, you know, how much you make has nothing to do with the value of the person. I mean, a little bit, but not really. So, they think that because they're not walking around with their pants hanging down, gold all in their mouth, doing all of that, that somehow that makes them a cut above the rest. They're not the bum. Here's the thing. I've dated many a bum that were in med school, an actual doctor, a basketball player, firefighter, a lawyer, maybe like 2 lawyers. These are men who have careers. These are men who have things going for themselves. And I'll be the first one to tell you, just because a man has money or has a steady, career, a steady form of income, that does not take him out of the bum category. So you think that because women don't go for the quote unquote nerdy guy, that somehow means that she's automatically gonna attract the bums. But if she would give the nerdy guy a shot, then that wouldn't be the bum. Newsflash, nerds are bums too. Like, so it's not as cut and dry as stop dating the one on the corner selling whatever, robbing old ladies and with his pants hanging down. Stop dating them and then your life will be better. No, they, like she said, a wolf in sheep's clothing. It takes a lot more than going to an HBCU and getting yourself out of the ghetto or wherever it is that you are from, and those type of things to get you out of the bum category. Because there are a whole bunch of high-earning bums out here. There are a whole bunch of high-earning dusties out here. And your income is not going to save you at the end of the day when your character just sucks. So let's move on.
Black women and black men co-signing this. Black men, I want you to be clear. If you are running out defending this bullshit, you need your head checked. Pounding your chest, jumping out the window, defending this Captain Save 'em kind of stuff ain't gonna get you any brownie points. What the fuck are we doing, man? I am tired of no matter where a black man gets to, we gotta assert ourselves physically or fucking. I reject that as our only way to affirm ourselves. I'm tired of that shit with black men, for black men. No matter how you get, you can have a CEO, you can have Reginald Lewis, you can have Robert Smith and Byron Allen and Damon John and Jay Prince and Master P, and y'all expect that these dudes get into a disagreement that they supposed to shoot the fairway. Man, fuck that shit. We're supposed to fight it to fuck it out. No, black men are not primitive. This is not 2001: A Space Odyssey. We have other ways of expressing our discontent and displeasure with one another other than fighting. And anybody who supports this shit and says you for black men, for black men's betterment, evolution, improvement, black male media, black male image, and you support this, I question your support. At what age do we not settle things with fisticuffs? At what age do you not have to be real no more? At what level do black men get to decide black male masculinity on our terms? Not on what she may think, not on what the street think, not on what Wall Street think, but on our own individual codes. To where we don't have to destroy one another just because we disagree.
So the good brother Kevin said a few words. He not just a word, a few words. But those will be the messages that he puts out that gets no attention. People don't want to hear that. They want to hear him dog women and talk aggressive to women, and you know, these idiots that keep calling him, they want to hear that. They don't want to hear the real message, and I approve this message. So next video, let's get into the hoteps, y'all.
My queen, we must not partake in monogamy. That's the white man's sport. But here, written in this ancient African text of Zamundi, high value men don't care about that. We want submission. Are you going to submit to a 3-time divorced man who doesn't pay child support, or are you going to just be average at best? Nah, my car's in the shop right now, but I could use your car to come and get you. Relationships, baby, I don't do labels. Only label I'm worried about is my record label, Moneybags Mafia.
I like her. That was just funny. I'm sorry. Like, oh, Hotep, like for real. So you want all these things, and she said a 3-time divorce, and you don't pay your child support. Wait a minute. First of all, why are we dating men that pay child support? I refuse. I don't want a man that pays child support. I'm talking about like that. Can't do it. So we could do a whole hour-long, 2-hour-long live stream about that. But women, you have to think twice about getting with a man who pays child support. You have to. Moving on.
Quick part 2 for the people who are inevitably going to ask what happened. It took me a while to figure it out too, because I think the only person who's made a video with receipts is iSpeaks, and he blocked me. So here's a clip.
And then you said to an 18-year-old that you would wait for her to turn 18. That is the language of a groomer.
Because you don't want to FaceTime ever. You know, sounds gonna stay right and pure for you when you turn 18.
He also sent these messages to a 17-year-old girl, and this is not the first time he's done this. But let's circle back to that whole waiting until you're 18 thing. Because it is disgustingly common for grown-ass men to think that once a girl turns 18, all of a sudden their behavior toward them no longer is predatory. Here's another example. This guy right here was saying how he's had some interactions with young women and he was getting some flack for it. He said he was flirting with an 18-year-old girl and people were mad at him. And he didn't think it was that deep because apparently 18 is grown. And you wonder why so many of us don't trust men.
I love her. And I'm going to just say this. Like, I did a live. This is probably why my channel is shadow banned now. Well, that plus the Trump stuff. If you know, then you know. But I did a live, and I had someone, and they were very upset with me because I was like, if you are sitting up here, if you are a grown man, anything over 25, I don't even say 23, but we just gonna go 25 and up. You 25, 30, 40 years old, and you're sitting here looking at 18 and 19-year-old little girls, yeah, you probably should be on the registry. You are the same as, you know, the kills. You're worse. And the reason you're worse is because you're free. So I don't know. Comment down below what y'all think. What is this whole idea that because a person the day they turn 18 is legally able to do certain things, and not even everything because they can't even buy alcohol, but somehow the day they turn 18 their brain switches from being the kid who won't make up their bed that you have to get up, you know, you still having to wake up in senior year, and you still having to clean up behind them and put the bread away and put the cat back on the milk. All of a sudden, now they're 18. Today, now they're an adult. Y'all comment down below, let me know what y'all think. Moving on.
So in light of this Chris Rock, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett situation, it's been two things that's really been heavy on my heart since that whole situation. One, how emasculated the black man is and has become in America today. How emasculated they want us to be in society. It's disgusting. Two, how quick we are to respond to situations without any thought process behind our actions. How quick we are to be manipulated into responding to certain situations. Those two things really have been playing on my mind since this whole situation. Y'all in the comment section, let me know how y'all feel and if I'm right.
So this is the second little clip from him, and at this point I just believe that we have an issue with, you know, numerics. I don't know what's going on. He keeps getting 2 and 3 confused, and it's triggering me. But okay, moving on. He said, let me know if I'm wrong. Like, about what? You didn't even present your argument. You just said 2/3 things that were affecting you, you know, that are weighing heavy on your heart, but you never addressed what you felt about them. Like, you never presented your argument. So you listed 3 things, and then you said, tell me how you feel. Am I right or am I wrong? Like, what? Here's the thing. I think Will got himself in a mess, and as far as you thinking that, you know, men are being emasculated and all this, them wanting to emasculate you, isn't that what he said? So you said your issue is how emasculated that people have wanted y'all black men to be. Here's the thing. Does it matter what someone wants you to be? I don't see how that affects anything that you got going on, and that's my issue. No one is making people be a certain way. If a man, which we're talking about, Will Smith, acts out and you can see his emasculation, if anybody did want him to be emasculated, he's just giving them what they wanted. But no one forced him to go up there and do that. So he is his own enemy. So that goes for any black man. You can't say that people want you to be emasculated and then feel some type of way because you're the one that's allowing yourself to be emasculated, which then gives them what they want. You sound crazy. And then 2, you're talking about black men being manipulated. I mean, here's the thing. This is like such kindergarten level manipulation that if y'all idiots keep falling for it, at this point, it's got to be mental health. It's got to be some type of a mental deficit. Something is wrong. I don't know if it's that water or what is going on. The lead paint, the crack daddies. I don't know. The lean babies. What is going on that the simplest of concepts are such a struggle, and so many of y'all are struggling with it? Like, that's just crazy to me. Who really manipulated him? It didn't, and if they did manipulate him, it didn't seem like it was such a covert operation. Like, his wife gave him a look and he jumped up and, you know, tried to prove himself to her once again, and then he slapped the guy who's on the spectrum. So here's the thing. They're trying to come out and push this whole, like, Chris Rock is, you know, he's on the autism spectrum, and now Will Smith, you know, assaulted someone who has a disability, and da-da-da-da. Really, all Will has to do is pull out his LGB card, because they've been saying that he's on that spectrum for a very long time. So then, you know, it's like one group against the other, and Will won't look like the big bad gangster black aggressor, because never ever has anyone looked at him as big, as bad, as gangster, or an aggressor. But now all of a sudden, you know, Will Smith's name is like synonymous to like the baby. And it's I'm like, how did we even get here? But we got here because he's been spiraling out of control for a while. And it just seems like now it's come to a head. Well, that came to a head, what Will's got going on, just as well as this video. So we're about to wrap this thing up. Y'all comment down below and let me know what y'all think about any of this. And since I downloaded that stupid TikTok, I think I'm just gonna make a couple more videos. What do y'all think? So the sisterly sentiments and the morals of all of these stories is, for one, if you are with a woman and she says she's pregnant, definitely be there to support her, but get a blood test upon the birth of the baby. People whose thought-ass grandmamas is up here making videos talking about they give everything and men just take with their drawers on and their butts showing and all of that, that have slugs in their mouth, pass. Hard pass. Don't watch the video. Don't do any of that, because by watching the video in its totality, you're pushing her in the algorithm, and that's just pushing the muck. And apparently y'all are so easily manipulated and so easily emasculated that I don't think y'all need any more temptation in your life. So just move along. Don't give those women any attention. What else? Listen to the good stuff that Kevin Samuel says and get the messages instead of, you know, all the broken and stupid women that call and he like makes jokes off of them. Don't be so quick to always want to put those videos on repeat. Actually listen to the stuff that he says that makes sense and better yourselves. And I got to go to the gym because, speaking of bettering, I have work to do. So I'm up out of here, y'all.